Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing today? I am loving life really here on YouTube. I am a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, dabble still a bit in Mercari, and I do kids clothes and auctions. And I'm going to update you on how that's going and some changes that I've made. And guys, so I have some interesting topics here to talk about today. So if you're interested in our weekly reseller chat and the fun we're going to have today, stay tuned. Okay, guys, first of all, a live update on life. Life has been going very well. Been super busy here. And with the holiday yesterday, y'all know that I just take Sundays off. I was kind of half busy Saturday. I did take part of Saturday off, and I don't typically do that, but I have a very dear friend of mine from church. Her husband and her got married in December, but he is in the service. He's been in North Carolina since they got married, and she still has been here because she had a house and a job and everything. She is actually moving down to North Carolina next week. She's driving down to go live with her husband and be there permanently with him where he is stationed. So her and I spent probably half the day, probably about 4 hours on Saturday, just hanging. And we had such a great time. She's just... I just really appreciate her and who she is. And so I wanted to spend some great quality time with her. So I actually took quite a bit of Saturday to go do that with her. Came back home, did a couple listings, and did a few other things around the house. Took Sunday off because I always take Sundays off. And then yesterday was a holiday. I did get a few listings up yesterday. I did do a live show yesterday with kids' clothes. But again, because it's a holiday, I did sell some things, but I did notice that the live is a bit slower than usual. So honestly, I just let everybody know, you know what, this is a holiday. Let's go hang with our families. We've sold some things. We've shared some listings. Let's just go and be. So we shut things down after a couple hours, and it was nice to just be downstairs with my husband and just being. So that's kind of what I did. But aside of that, I have been working on getting 10 listings up a day. And sales have been happening again on Mercari because I have been cross-listing more on Mercari. I made 3 sales over the weekend on Mercari, had some other sales last week. So I don't know why. A lot of people say that Mercari doesn't move for them. They just don't make sales. But Mercari is actually one of those apps that sometimes Mercari actually does better than Poshmark for me before I was doing lives. And I do still make sales on eBay. So I have been making sales on all 3, which has been great. And live listings, I will share with you more of an update on my lives when I do my Wed Soul video, which is going to be coming out here very soon. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, so I will be putting that together here very shortly. If it's not out by Saturday, I'll try to have it out by Monday. I've still been trying to do 3 videos a week, but I haven't had as many unboxings because I haven't been sourcing inventory online as much because we've been getting so much inventory at the garage sales. But I have a couple of things that I'm going to be ordering, so we will have some unboxings with that. But due to that, I'm having the opportunity to do some videos on just reselling, not just unboxings, but reselling. And I've got my web solds coming out. I also have some ideas on some other videos that I want to have coming out that aren't unboxings, that are whether they're teachings or just informative things like that. So I have some videos like that coming out. So I'm super excited about having some of those ideas out there too. If you haven't yet checked out my liquidation video, please feel free to go check that out. It has done very well, I think, considering my videos. And I'm really happy because I learned so much doing that. Even though I do liquidation, I think it was just a great experience. So if you haven't yet checked that out, I'll try to remember to either link it below or just feel free to check it out. I haven't figured out yet how to do the whole strip here where you link it up. But honestly, I found that I don't know how many people actually click on those links. I think it's easier just to link it down below. So I'll try to just link it down below. But today, you guys, topics for today. I was talking with my daughter on the phone the other day, and she also loves health and nutrition like I do, which has been just wonderful for her and I to have that in common. My youngest daughter is kind of climbing into it as well, not as much as my middle daughter Sabrina, but her and I ended up having just this amazing conversation today because she is looking at fabrics to sew her own clothes. She also, like me, has a difficult time finding good, healthy jeans that don't cost a fortune. And she's really wanting to dress more feminine instead of wearing jeans all the time. So she's dressing her daughter in more dresses and skirts. Oh my gosh, her daughter looks so amazing. Abigail's just so cute in her dresses. But Sabrina's wanting to incorporate more dresses and skirts into her wardrobe just to be more comfortable and not worry about how something fits. And we were talking about fabrics. And she sent me a message about a certain fabric. And she's like, Mom, did you know? And so due to that conversation that her and I had about fabrics, I decided to actually do some research myself. Because I don't know about y'all, but it's a lot like keywords or, sourcing or different things like that. Until a topic of conversation comes up about something, you think you know something about something, and then you get this information, and you're like, And that was my reaction to some fabrics. So, part of our topic of conversation today, guys, is fabrics. Please feel free to go grab a cup of coffee, some tea, pull your listings together while you listen to this, do some listings. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It's not going to be really long, but I'm going to say probably maybe 30, 40 minutes. But I think this video is very, very important and a really good and healthy video to put out about reselling, because I don't think that a lot of us know what some of the content is of some of these fabrics that we list and or wear. And it's definitely made me rethink some of the fabrics that I personally wear. It is going to be difficult to get away from some of these fabrics when you list, especially when you source through boxes. But I want to at least be educationing, at least have the education out there as far as certain fabrics, because I know some people don't care. And we do want to be able to resell certain items, not to have them in all these landfills. That honestly is not a focus for me. The focus for me is getting them into new homes. But I also want us to be mindful of the fabric content and where these fabrics come from. And there are a couple on here that surprised me in a good way. And there are a couple on here that surprised me in a, oh my gosh, no wonder some people do not list this fabric. Okay, let's dive in. You know what? I should have grabbed a drink of water. Okay, sorry about that intermission. I went and grabbed a drink of water. It never fails when I start doing a video within a few minutes. My throat gets a tickle and I don't know why. So, moving on. Fabric content. So anyway, after my conversation with my daughter, I decided to do some research on fabrics because I really wanted to learn. And I wanted to share with you. I thought, you know what, this is great information for what we're doing. And so the first one we're going to talk about is cotton. Some of these I'm going to try and put up some screenshots for y'all. Well, not all of them, but there is one. When we come to polyester, I'm going to put up a screenshot here for you. And show you what polyester is made of. Okay. So I think that's good, like one of the last things. Let's first of all go over to cotton. Cotton. Now cotton, so many things are made of cotton. And I've heard that, or especially like organic cotton, things like that. But cotton, I knew cotton was a good, a good fabric. But again, sometimes unless you actually know what it's made of or where it comes from, cotton, like most other plant fibers, is made of carbohydrate called cellulose. Did not know that. Cellulose is a polymer made of a glucose, a type of sugar. Glucose is made in the leaves in the cotton plant. Now, I knew it was made from cotton plant, but I did not know the other part about cellulose is a polymer made of a glucose, a type of sugar from the plant, okay? And then they show here a picture, obviously, of the cottonwood plant and everything like that. But I thought it was interesting to go that little step further to find out what from the cotton plant does it come from, right? Okay, so that's cotton. Again, not so bad. Kind of weird about the whole cellulose and sugar thing, but cotton plant and cottonwood. Okay, so the next one is viscose. Now this one surprised me, y'all. I've always thought that viscose was like a really like cheap quality something that was just kind of like a polyester, you know, just something that you just didn't want to have around, like just very cheap material. I don't even know how to describe it, but that was my vision or thought of viscose. Never done any research on what viscose actually was. And if you already knew what viscose was, awesome. Viscose is derived from the cellulose or wood pulp from fast-growing regenerative trees such as eucalyptus, beech, and pine, as well as plants such as bamboo, soy, and sugarcane. I had no idea viscose was actually derived from plants and trees. That is really cool. So a lot like cotton, you know, different trees, bamboo. I mean, bamboo is so it's great. You know, pine, beech, eucalyptus. Those are all really great sources, you know, for different things like that. I had no idea that viscose was such a good fabric content. So I'm definitely going to be, when I see viscose, be very happy. And I'm also may possibly sometimes note it in my listings made from viscose because it is a good thing, right? Okay. Next one is rayon. Now, rayon again is one of those things where I knew it could be good, but I really didn't know again where it comes from. And I've heard a lot of people say if it's 100% rayon, it's a good quality. Rayon is manufactured and derived from wood pulp. Again, rayon is typically made from eucalyptus, spruce, pine trees, cotton, or bamboo. So very similar to viscose, is made from trees. So I was very, very happy to see that. Again, I always knew from what other resellers said that rayon was always a good quality. So that explains to me why. You know, sometimes you hear something is good or something is bad, but unless you actually dive that extra step further and you know why good or bad, I like to know the why good or bad. So this has been really, really good learning for me. Linen. Linen's another one y'all know, especially this time of year, coming into the hot season. Linen is breathable. Linen, this surprised me too. I knew linen was good, but I had no idea where it came from. Linen is a flax-based textile that is predominantly used from homeware applications. While linen is similar to cotton, it is made from fibers derived from stems of flax plant. Instead of the bolls that grow around the cottonseed, garments made of linen are desirable in hot and humid climates. So, and it shows kind of a picture here. I'll try to remember to put a picture up here for you. But yeah, flax plant. I had no idea. That was very interesting to me. So we all know that linen is a good one. Okay, denim. Let's look at denim. Denim is a sturdy cotton, twill fabric woven from indigo gray or molted white yarn. Denim is perhaps one of the most well-known and commonly worn fabrics that there is, of course, because everybody wears jeans all the time. I mean, that's the base of what people wear, men, women, or kids, is denim jeans. That's the base of what people wear. Now, of course, you know, denim jackets and dresses like that, but the majority, I would say, would we agree that the majority of what people wear is denim? Okay, next. Silk. Now, I always knew that silk was a good fabric, but I did not know what silk was made from. Okay, that one is going to be in a minute. Where we're at. Okay, here we go. Silk. Comprised of a natural protein fiber, silk mainly consists of fibroin, which is a protein that certain types of insect larvae secrete from their cocoons, which I kind of knew, but, you know, while other insects also produce silk-like substances, most of the world's silk is derived from bombyx mori larvae, which are worms that only live in mulberry trees. Again, really interesting facts, I'm telling you. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I enjoyed learning it. It was also kind of interesting that it was a specific focus for clothing with the silk and the mulberry trees. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, the next one is chiffon. And it is right here. Chiffon is very light, transparent fabric in canvas weave and produced from crepe twist yarns. Chiffon fabric can be composed of a wide range of fibers or their blends, natural fibers such as cotton, silk, semi-synthetic fibers such as rayon, synthetic fibers such as nylon, and polyester. So, I did not know that there was such a diverse variety for chiffon, and one of the reasons why I did want to mention chiffon is because some of these nice evening gowns and things are made from chiffons, the nettings, the mesh, and things like that. So I thought it would definitely be a good idea to kind of know what some of those fabrics are made from, right? Okay, the next one is flannel, and this one surprised me because I have to be really honest with you. I enjoy flannel, even though it always shrinks on my long arms. Even if I never wash my stuff in hot water. I always wash this in cold water. And most of my clothing honestly gets air dried. I have long arms, and when I buy flannel, I buy it long enough so that it comes to here on me. Because I like it to cover like my ankles on my pant legs. I like it to cover my ankles and not be short. Unless it's skinny jeans. And honestly, I'm to the point where I don't like skinny jeans much anymore either. But anytime I wash it, even when I air dry it, it inevitably comes up to here on me after 1 or 2 washes, even in cold water and air drying. So, but I've always enjoyed flannel because it's warm. I like the prints and everything like that. But this surprised me with flannel though too. Flannel is a type of fabric created from loosely woven fibers. Flannel sheets are often made from cotton, which is fine, but they can also be made from wool, fiber blends, or synthetic fibers like polyester. Polyester is coming up. And polyester is one of those that, Okay, moving on. The next one is nylon. I was happy with nylon. Let me see where nylon is. Here we go. Nylon. More specifically, nylons are a family of material called polyamides made from reacting carbon-based chemicals found in coal, petroleum, and a high-pressure heated environment. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That did not thrill me. I mean, we're talking some pretty harsh stuff here. Okay? So, I am a little bit more mindful of nylons. Not nylons wearing when you wear a dress. I haven't done that in forever. Okay? But nylon in fabrics. We're talking about chemical-based coal, petroleum, and heated environments. Okay? Then the next one was polyester. So nylon and polyester, in my opinion, are similar as well. And polyester was one that my daughter and I got to talking about that kind of instigated this part of the chat. I'm telling you, not thrilled about polyester. I've always known that polyester wasn't good. But again, until you research it, you really just don't know. Polyester is a synthetic fiber derived from coal, air, water, and petroleum. Now, some of the information that my daughter read that she shared with me was plastics. It includes plastics, melted plastics, plants where they, turn it into a fabric. I don't remember what all she said was the process of it, but wasn't thrilled about it. Okay. Developed in the 20th century, laboratory polyester fibers are formed from a chemical reaction between an acid and an alcohol. In this reaction, 2 or more molecules combine to make a large molecule whose structure repeats throughout its length. Polyester fibers can form very long molecules that are very stable and strong. Polyester is used in the manufacture of many products, including clothing, home furnishings, industrial fabrics, computer and recording tapes, electrical installations. Polyester has several advantages over traditional fabrics such as cotton. I'd rather wear the cotton. Just knowing what it's made from, I'd rather wear the cotton, folks. I'm serious. I'm just being really brutally honest here. It does not absorb moisture, but does absorb oil. This quality makes polyester the perfect fabric for the application of water, soil, fire-resistant finishes. Its low absorbance also makes it naturally resistant to stains. Polyester clothing can be pre-shrunk in the fabric processing. Thereafter, the fabric resists shrinking and will not stretch out of shape. The fabric is easily dyeable. Of course, dyed fabrics are not really the best. It's like dyed food. It's just not good for you at all. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit trail. And not damaged by mildew. So, polyester has such a resistance to all this stuff. My question is, know what polyester is made from? Similar to nylon, is it that healthy to have on our bodies? On our skin? seeping into our skin. I don't know. I'm not judging if you like polyester. Please forgive me if I sound like I'm judging. Personally, for me, now that I know more about polyester and nylon, it's hard to get away from it as a reseller, though. And that's part of the problem here, is that so much product as a reseller comes from these products, especially when you get boxes. A lot of stuff is made from some of these products. A lot of dresses, women's dresses, are polyester. Athletic wear is made from polyester, made from spandex, made from nylon. A lot of workout gear. So a lot of the items that people wear on a very regular basis, leggings, are made from these textiles. I'm not judging again. I apologize if I come across as judging. I just want to be informative. I know for me, I will still sell these products because it is a personal choice for everybody, and I'm not taking that choice from somebody. I'm going to be honest right there. I will sell it. It is a person's choice to buy it, right? But for me personally, I'm definitely more mindful with what my husband and I are going to be wearing. And one of my issues is going to be flannel, because my husband also loves wearing flannel shirts, especially during the winter season. So, I don't know. Flannel is not as bad as the polyester, I think, to be honest. But anyway, I'm not here to get a debate going about it. But do feel free to leave me in a comment in the chat below if you knew about some of these fabrics, if some of this was new for you, or if you already knew about them. I would love to hear your feedback on some of these textiles, some of these fabrics. What are your thoughts on it? Do you steer away from it yourself personally? What about reselling? Do your items sell quick, well, if it's polyester? I know as a reseller, most people don't like to sell polyester. But again, it isn't quite a few things that we do resell. Okay, moving on to the next topic. I hope that was informative for y'all, okay? Promoted listings. I'm actually going to note this video in the comments below. I'm going to send the link in the video comments below. Promoted listings is one of those things through Poshmark where they're doing a beta test on it. I've heard some people say it's really good. Now, I have not watched this video yet myself, y'all. I'm going to be honest up front. It's about a 30-minute video, and I did link it below because another girl that I follow on YouTube made a comment about it in her video. And I think it's really, really a good idea for all of us to make an informed decision, personally for ourselves as resellers, whether or not we like the promoted listings on Poshmark. I'm going to link this video below. I have not watched anything. I haven't pursued videos for this promoted listings. I honestly didn't know there were videos out on it already. So this is the first video I've heard about. If you know of a video talking positively about promoted listings on Poshmark, I would love to know about it. I might even research it myself. It would not be hard to do that. But I do think it's good to be informed. I've heard that it's a really positive thing for people, and they saw great results from the promoted listings beta testing on Poshmark, and I've heard other people say they didn't see a difference at all. I think it's very similar to a lot of other platforms where some people benefit a lot from something and other people don't. So I'm curious in the comments below, have you heard anything about promoted listings? Are you one of the beta testers? If you are a beta tester, comment below in the chats and let me know if you are, if you've seen any benefits from it, and what your thoughts are on it. Okay, there is a new Posh feature. I had heard about this a couple months ago that it was coming out. Apparently, if you update your app, some people already have access to it. Posh Lens. Now, after doing some research on this, I have heard that it's supposed to be like that little, the little lens icon, probably kind of similar to what you see on your laptop or on your phone, right? I have heard that not everybody has access to it yet, but I have also heard too that when you click on it, it only gives you access to information on Poshmark, versus Google Lens gives you access to any kind of listing that item, whether it was eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, it is in all those other places. It gives you access to all the different types of listings that item was. This particular one on Poshmark, my understanding, I don't know if it's true, is just specifically for Poshmark. And again, I don't know the benefits of the app. what it does when you look it up on Poshmark, actually what the information is that it gives you. I have no clue. Again, I don't have access to it yet. I don't know anybody who does have access to it, but I would like to make note of it. Again, if anybody has access, has used it, and it only says on Poshmark, has it been a beneficial feature to you or no? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about goals. How y'all's listings doing? I'm excited to do my what sold video here coming up soon. I am going to be honest with you. I won't wait until my what sold video to share with you. I have tweaked my live listings a little bit, and the reason why, I've been on Poshmark lives now for about a month. My first week I only did 2 lives because I still was doing Whatnot. I was doing Whatnot 3 times a week, and I was doing Poshmark 3 times a week. And in my Poshmark lives, honestly, I was just trying to get a feel for everything, right? Your first couple lives, you're just kind of trying to figure things out. Since then, I've actually had people add things into my train, share things. I've done shared listings. I actually sold some shared listings in a live today, which was amazing. It was so cool to have somebody share their items in my listing and them actually sell something. It made me feel really good. And then somebody who shared something into my live, the person that was on my live on Poshmark that purchased her listing that was shared, she also purchased some things that I had in my live. So that was really kind of neat that happened. So my lives are actually going very well on Poshmark. I'm actually doing a silent auction on Poshmark today in about an hour. I'm not sure how I feel about the silent auctions. I'm going to do one because like I always say, you don't know unless you try. I want to at least try 1 or 2 of them and see what happens with it. Because I have seen some silent auctions on Posh do very well where people sell quite a few things. It may have been what they were selling in the price bracket. I don't know. Maybe that they've been on them for a while. I don't know. But I thought, I might as well at least try a few of them. But I'm going to be very honest with you guys. My Posh lives for kids' clothes are doing so well compared to Whatnot. Whatnot, I sell maybe 1 or 2 once in a while. Sometimes I don't sell anything at all. And I've been doing kids' lives on Whatnot since March. I've been doing lives on Whatnot since last fall. I have sold things on Whatnot, but compared to what my Poshmark lives are doing with kids' clothes, it doesn't even compare. My husband and I have talked about it, and I've already kind of reached out to some of my customers in a roundabout way on lives on Whatnot, because I do have some people who have become very good customers to me, and I'm just letting them know that they will not see me live on there as much, and if they're interested in information about what I'm doing, to reach out to me in another way. I'm trying to be very, very mindful with Whatnot because I don't want to be transferring information on Whatnot. Just letting them know if you're interested in still connecting with me, connect with me this way, and I'll share with them on a different platform. So I'm letting them know that because there's a handful of people. But my Poshmark Lives on Kids shows, guys, is doing very well. I'm very, very happy with it. So my husband and I both agreed Whatnot is just stringing along. It's dragging. And that is what it is, okay? I'm going to go where the money is. So right now, I don't have another live listed for Whatnot. I'm going to be focusing on Poshmark. On top of the fact, doing 3 kids shows a week, I still want to focus on like plus size shows on Poshmark, see how that goes. I want to test the waters, even some men's things. I want to test the waters and see if I can sell more items in those categories as well, maybe even some jewelry, things like that, and get more activity going in my lives on top of my kids shows on there. So I am making that change because, again, as resellers, we are here to make money. And if certain places aren't making money for you, you change, right? You make a change and you redirect and you go where you know things are going well for you. I do know people on Whatnot who are doing very well in their lives and doing very well in Poshmark. I don't know their numbers and which one's doing better. I don't dive into that. That's not my business unless they want to share that. For me, I've been on Whatnot for a while, and you all know I didn't want to give up on it, but I have another opportunity on another live that is actually doing better. So I still have the ability to do my lives, which I so enjoy doing. And I'm going to go where it's doing really well for me. So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. If things change, I will let you know. So if you want to join us on Kids Whatnot Lives, please feel free to do so. I will probably switch out my Poshmark Live link in my YouTube videos and down in the information. I'll probably switch out to the Poshmark one because it is doing so much better. So feel free to come check that out with me. We will be live tomorrow night. We're doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And instead of doing 6 to 8, I've actually been doing 5 to 8. I did 3-hour shows last week. And guys, it made a difference. I'm selling more items. I'm so happy with that. And more people have an opportunity to come in because some people, the earlier time helps. Some people, the later time helps. Plus the fact that I'm Central Standard Time and I have people from East Coast and West Coast. So kind of having that median time frame has been working well for people. So yeah, we're doing 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, my time, until 8 o'clock my time. So that's been going great. So if you want to come check that out, you guys, do feel free to do that. I'm loving live_7 on Poshmark. So if you want to come check that out, do feel free to do that. And so again, I will update you when I do my what solds video. I will share with you my live numbers, and I think you're going to be very happy. I'll also share with you what I did on Whatnot, but the numbers are so different, so very different. So let's talk about our goals this week, guys. I'm wanting to vamp up my live auctions on Poshmark. I'm still doing my 10 listings a day. It's going to be a bit challenging because we're still doing garage sales. In this next couple of days, Dan and I are going to be hardcore at some garage sales because we have another couple cities, 2 or 3 cities, probably about 45 minutes to an hour from us, where there's like 30 houses, 50 houses in one day you can go to. And that's from Wednesday through next Monday. So yeah, we're going to be hardcore doing some garage selling. So I'll probably still do some listings. May not get 10 up, but I still will do some listings each day. And I think that those days, I may not do as many Posh shows. I'll still do my Wednesday, and Fridays. But I don't know that I'm going to be doing a Posh live on Thursday. Whatnot was doing the Thursday, so I'll probably take Thursday off. And then maybe just do some drafts so that Friday I'll have listings going up and the Saturday listings going up. I'll kind of figure all that out. I would love to know how your consistency in getting your drafts and listings is going, guys. I care so much about y'all, and I know that the struggle's been real. I know that people are still having a hard time getting Poshmark sales going. I'd love to know how your eBay sales and Mercari sales are going. If you sell on Kitism, please let me know how things are going for you. Have you been consistent? Remember last week we talked about consistency in doing listings. That does affect you guys' sales. I'm going to be honest with this. Let's be honest here. How regularly and consistent you do listings on your platforms does affect your sales. It's not just the season, the time of year, and all that. You have to be listing consistently, guys. And I know this because there's a couple people that I follow on YouTube that are really prominent Posh sellers. They do very well on Posh. They've had some life things come up, and they haven't been selling consistently. And they've been admitting over the last few weeks their sales tanked because they weren't listing consistently every day like they had been. And they're trying to pick that back up, and they're starting to see a difference again. So listing consistently on eBay and Poshmark is very important. Very important. eBay too. You guys don't kid yourselves. Listing consistently on eBay is very important. You will notice a drop on top of having your items sold at a right good price, and your keywords, and obviously good photos and all that. That's all a factor too. Absolutely 100%. But listing consistently every day, even if you have all those involved in your listing, if you're not listing consistently every day, that's not going to matter. You got to be listing consistently, guys. Even if it's just 1 or 2. I know I recommend 5, but I also know that some people have been struggling because of full-time jobs. And now that the weather's nice, people are out. Figure out, even if you have to kind of change the dynamic of how you do your listings. I was just watching a video of a gal who kind of has a routine down and how she did her listings for Poshmark. But her and her husband are actually going up to their cabin more now that it's summertime. So she was actually changing how she was doing her listings so she had some of her basic stuff done at home. And then being at her cabin, she had the most important stuff done in her drafts. And then she was able to kind of finish the items so that she could still list her items at her cabin, but not have all of her stuff with her. So if you need to kind of tweak and change and figure out a different system for yourself, even during the summertime, maybe summertime is just a bit more challenging for you. Maybe due to your kids being out of school or whatever. Figure out what system works better for you during this season of summertime so that you can still get your listings up. Maybe it's even just doing some tweaks and changes and details during your break at work and then going home and doing some stuff. I don't know. I know y'all figure it out. I just thought I'd mention that. And guys, I'm super excited about the summer season coming just around the corner. We literally only have like 3 weeks left till summer's here. I'm very excited for summer. I really am. I'm really enjoying the season. I'm enjoying the greenery. I'm enjoying the beautiful flowers. I'm enjoying hearing people out, interacting. I'm enjoying smelling barbecue smells, hearing kids play, being out, getting exercise, breathing in that fresh air. I'm enjoying being on my patio in the morning, enjoying the fresh air, watching the sunrise because I'm up early. I actually get to see the sunrise, hearing the birds chirp. We have owls out here, so I'm on my patio in the morning. I hear the birds chirping. I hear the owls cooing. I love all that. I love this time of year. I hope you're enjoying it too. I hope you're enjoying being a reseller during this time of year. As we all know, this is the best time of year to be a reseller. And if you are new to reselling, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, welcome to the community. I would love to say welcome. Again, this is such a great time in life to be a reseller. Tell me how you're doing. And if you are a brand new reseller, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you resell on, what items you resell, what platform you sell on. I would love to invite you to the community. And guys, I have so many people watching my videos. If you have not yet subscribed and you do enjoy my content, it is free to click that subscription. I'm at about 350 or so, maybe 320. I don't remember what the number is. I would really like to get up to 500 followers and then again up to 1,000 followers. So if you've been watching my videos, it's free to click that subscription button, free to click that notification bell so you know when things are up. Please do that so that I can grow my subscriber base and get to the point where more people are seeing these videos. Thank you so much to everybody who supports me already. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. I'm here because of you guys. I love sharing this journey with you. I love hearing from you all. I'm excited to see your comments as usual. And guys, I'll see you in the next one.